Welcome to the HR Business Partners e-learning. This course is an introduction to an SAP system for HR Business Partners. Please click on the Continue button. Please choose one of the following.
Please note where the table of contents, sound and navigation controls are located. Your local BHP Billiton Iron Ore 1 SAP training is accessed via the Learning Management System. Global BHP Billiton 1 SAP training and all 1 SAP tests are accessed via My Training.
At the end of this course you will be able to understand human resources, HR, roles and how they support BHP Billiton. Access HR links within the portal and know where the support tools are located. Know where to locate a race process and the performance support materials. Understand and navigate in Nakasa org chart to obtain organization and basic employee data. Understand and manage personnel data, leave and payroll. Navigate to HR Work Center and understand the different categories of forms. And understand the two types of delegations and their differences. What 1 SAP brings to HR. It helps to standardize processes across BHP Billiton. For example, an HR business partner in iron ore performs the same steps to onboard a new employee as a HR business partner in metallurgical coal. Also, all assets follow the same set of rules for layout of organizational structure. From asset president, vice presidents down to supervisors and operators. And HR across all assets are required to meet the same KPIs and are measured by the same metrics. The same reports can be generated by senior management and compared across BHP Billiton. Please click on any one of the tabs to view a module. Once you have completed all modules, click on the Conclusion button to end the course. In this module we will cover the roles and responsibilities of the HR business partner using 1 SAP. Roles and responsibilities within human resources are as follows. The HR administrator's role is the KPT administrator HR administration. They are responsible to provide administrative support to HR business partners, process forms raised by HR business partners, operating the IOES call center, onboard new starters, and process payroll, leave claims and terminations. Roles of the HR business partner teams. The HRBP's role is the KPT advisor HR business partnership. They are responsible to provide advice on people management, HR policies and reward, provide an escalation point for employee relations issues, facilitate review of organizational charts with line managers, and submit employee data and position changes to IOES. Roles and responsibilities of recruitment team. Required to perform all activities associated with recruitment for employees at all levels in the organization. The training and development team is responsible for training delivery and development of online training materials. And finally, BPDC are responsible for coaching, advising and driving compliance on 1 SAP HR processes. They resolve HR 1 SAP process and data issues. Support all HR teams in Perth and on-site. A dedicated BPDC will be allocated to HR administration, HR business partners and specialist groups. Please click on Main menu. This module will take you through the Human Resources portal and all important hyperlinks you need to understand to perform different tasks as HR business partners. Open Internet Explorer. BHP Billiton Home contains organization-wide information. Our company contains code of conduct and charter values information. Group-level documents are high-level policies. Useful links are internal resources for employees. Click on Iron Ore tab to explore sub-menus. On this screen you will see Iron Ore specific information. The About Iron Ore tab provides details on key management, offices and business strategy. Business Critical Documents tab contains policies specific to iron ore. Useful links relate directly to working for iron ore. Please click on My Work tab. My Work contains all OneSAP links. All HR business partners have the same level of access. Links are divided into different work areas. The HR business partner will spend most time in Human Resources. Please click on Human Resources tab. The Human Resources menu is divided into sections according to the employee life cycle. We will scroll down to see the other links. Let's scroll to the bottom left-hand corner of the Human Resources menu to explore the rest of the screen. We can now see the Useful Links section of the Human Resources menu. Support materials are stored in this area. To explore some of these links, click on Human Resources. Please wait for a few seconds and Aris now displays in a new window. Aris contains all global business process steps and the responsible roles. It is divided into the same process areas as links in the Human Resources tab. To view more detail, click on the organizational chart icon of the relevant process. The EPC hyperlink provides a detailed instruction of the specific business process. The current view is a Level 2 process area map for workforce planning. You can use the navigation tree on the left-hand side to view other process levels and all other functions. The gray boxes indicate either an upstream or downstream process interface, the pink boxes indicate an event, and the blue boxes are OneSAP steps. To view more information about a step, click the relevant box. And a details pane will appear on the right. To view a more detailed Level 3 main process model, click the organizational chart icon. And then click the EPC hyperlink. The green boxes are steps outside of OneSAP. The yellow boxes indicate the role who performs that step. We will now show you how to drill down manually to another process area, from the Aris homepage. Please click the Explorer link at the top of the page. For this example, we will drill down to the Initiate Resourcing process. Now click O1 Business Processes and Scenarios submenu item. Then click Business Processes, followed by Support Processes. And then click 406 Human Resources. Click the Level 2 process area, 406.02 Resourcing. Here you will see the Level 3 process areas. Please click 406.02.01 Initiate Resourcing, and then click the EPC hyperlink key to display the model. Please carefully view the different options available and navigate to the relevant step. We will now close the browser screen and return to the HR main portal. We are now back in the Human Resources menu. Support materials are reference documents to assist in using OneSAP. Some examples include simulations, quick reference guides, and fact sheets. To find the support materials, click the Performance Support Material hyperlink, under Learning and Performance Support. Click on 406 Human Resources to get performance support materials for Human Resources. Once Human Resources is selected, all the sections from the Human Resources menu are displayed. You need to click in the relevant area until you find the information you were looking for. In this example, we will close the session and return to the Human Resources menu. Now let's take a look at the various sections of Human Resources on the portal. The detailed navigation pane displays all the sections for quick navigation. The detailed navigation pane is the easiest way to move through the sections. You can click on any blue hyperlink to access the corresponding information areas. The first link is Workforce Planning. The Workforce Planning screen has several hyperlinks available. The Workforce Planning report is used to forecast headcount per organizational unit. Nakasa Org Modeler is used by HR administrators to propose organizational structure changes, based on requests by HR business partners. Maintain Delegation allows the user to delegate their access to a designated user. The Workforce Profile report provides headcount and turnover figures to allow analysis of organizational structure. Nakasa Org Chart is used to display the organizational chart only and is accessible to all users. Now, let's scroll back to the navigation pane to click on the next section. Click on the Resourcing hyperlink. This screen contains links to onboard new employees. HR Work Center is the inbox for the HR Business Partners forms. Scroll back to the navigation pane. The next section we will look at is Personnel Administration. Click on the hyperlink. The Personnel Administration menu displays Access the Manage Enquiries links to assist in answering payroll and leave enquiries. Maintain employee data allows the HR business partner to amend their own personnel details via the portal. Process contractual changes is used to request any changes to terms and conditions, excluding resourcing process. Manage workforce data integrity is used to validate integrity of personnel records prior to payroll execution. Now we have completed personnel administration. Select the next link, Training Administration. The My Training link is relevant for all users as it assesses individual users' SAP training only. All other training is captured in the Learning Management System, LMS. Scroll back to the navigation pane. The next section we will look at is Reward. Click on the hyperlink. The reward screen is divided into these areas. Prepare for remuneration review are all activities in preparation for annual and off-cycle reviews. Perform remuneration review involves line managers conducting reviews with assistance from HR business partners on site. Perform payroll transfer requires appropriate approvals to occur prior to compensation figures being transferred into payroll. Manage employee remuneration package or ad hoc remuneration package reviews conducted when required. Now we will scroll back to the navigation pane. Let's look at time and attendance. Click on the hyperlink. The time and attendance screen allows HR business partners to request changes to work schedules, leave requests and extended absences. The next section we will look at is workforce separation. Scroll back to the navigation pane. Select the Workforce Separation hyperlink. The Workforce Separation screen includes all activities relating to exiting in person from the organization. Scroll back to the navigation pane. We will now look at the next section. Click on the Performance Review hyperlink. The Performance Review screen has several links relating to annual and interim performance reviews. These reviews are conducted to assess individuals' performance against set team goals. Scroll back to the navigation pane. Click on the last link in the navigation pane. Human Resources Monitoring and Controlling. HR data is monitored to ensure compliance to statutory and legal requirements. We have now looked at all the sections with a Human Resources menu. Please click on the main menu. Here you will learn to use Nakasa organizational chart and how to perform different types of searches. All employees and contractors within one SAP will have access to the organization charts. From the Human Resources menu, select Workforce Planning. From the Workforce Planning screen, scroll down. Click on the Nakasa Org Chart hyperlink. A new window will open with Organization Chart. On the left-hand side of the screen, the structure defaults to highest level of Organization Chart. This is set by default but can be changed to a particular site or organization unit if required, by clicking Actions and then Settings. The blue boxes on this screen are organization units while positions are displayed in a yellow box. There are no positions currently displayed. From this screen we can drill down manually to find the relevant organization unit, position or perform a search. Searching will be demonstrated later. Now we will scroll to the right-hand side of the screen. Information on the right-hand side of the screen changes depending on the object selected in the structure. On the initial screen the legend defaults. Once objects are selected in the structure, the relevant information will be displayed. Size can be increased or decreased by clicking anywhere on this bar and dragging either left or right. We will scroll back to the left-hand side and look at the objects in the structure. Now let's look at the iron ore structure. Scroll down to view the iron ore organization unit. Select the black arrow at the top of the iron ore organization unit. To find more information on the iron ore human resources structure, click the down arrow. The human resources structure is now displayed. For HR business partners, we will click on Human Resources wheel. The HR business partner structure appears. Blue plus signs drill down to subordinate organizational units. Yellow plus signs show positions in the selected org unit. Note, this will only show the manager of the org unit until the user has drilled down to the lowest level org unit. Then it will display all positions in the org unit. We have just looked at manually finding objects in the structure. However, the easiest and quickest way is to use the search functionality. To access the search screen, click Directory. There are 3 options available for searching. The most common type of search is by employee. This is the first one we will demonstrate. Select employee from the list. In this scenario we will find an employee by first and last name. Search results will include BHP Billiton, not just Iron Ore or the current display. It is not case sensitive. First name, last name format must be used. The person name field allows you to search by a variety of characteristics. Enter the first and last name of the employee. In this example we will leave the search as by person name. Once the name is entered we will click Find or Enter. You can now see the search results. Depending on the search criteria entered, several results may display. In this example there are only 2 options. The position name can be used to ensure the correct person is selected if multiple names appear. Position ID is the SAP position number within the BHP Billiton structure. Personnel ID is the employee or contractor's personnel number. Click left mouse button to show more information about the employee and position. As we scroll to the right-hand side of the screen we can see the details of the person selected. If we right-click on the person we can view the position in the organization chart by selecting View in Organization Hierarchy. On the chart view screen, the organization chart automatically expands all the positions in the organization unit. These are identified by the yellow boxes. In this example the person is the chief of organization unit, so any direct reports will display. Position boxes have title, system access and name of incumbent. All subordinate org units are displayed. Managers of subordinate organization units displayed are direct reports to the person searched. Red person with hat indicates position as chief of organization unit. To display more information, click left mouse button and it will be displayed on the right-hand side of the screen. To show or hide organization units click blue plus or minus. To show or hide positions click yellow plus or minus. Let's have a look at searching for a position. The steps are very similar to searching for an employee. Click Directory. Select Position Listing from the Directory drop-down list. The position search screen now displays. You will notice it looks very similar to the employee search. It is strongly recommended to use position ID instead of position name. This is due to the similar naming conventions of positions across BHP Billiton. Click Position ID. Once Position ID is selected, equals defaults. In this case we will enter a position number. To perform the search click Find or Enter. If we search using a position number, there won't be any duplicates. The same functionality as the employee search exists here. To view more details of the employee you can left mouse button click. To view the position in the organization chart you can right mouse button click. And select View in Organization Hierarchy. The organization chart screen displays. The last type of object we will search for is an organization unit. Select Directory. Select Org Unit Listing from the drop-down list. Similar to searching by position names, org unit names may produce many results. The org unit ID is the best option to search. If org unit number is not known, use the manager name option. In this example we will select org unit ID from the drop-down list. Enter the org unit ID number and click Find. The results screen will display. Similar to the position search. As we entered a unique org unit number, there will only be one result. Note: for all searches, you can change your default settings by clicking Actions in all search listings. Now we will navigate through HR Work Center and understand use of the resource request hyperlink. We will now explore the HR Work Center. Select Resourcing from the Human Resources menu. The resourcing screen now displays. Select the HR Work Center hyperlink. The HR Business Partner will see a similar screen to the HR Administrator, however, you will only be required to access the To Be Reviewed link. These are resource requests approved by line managers or returned to author by HR administrators. Click the Forms hyperlink to open and action. You can then update and submit the details in the form. This completes the HR Work Center module. Please click on Main menu. This module will help you understand how you can manage HR master data and access an employee's detailed information. We will now explore displaying and maintaining personnel records. Select Personnel Administration from the Human Resources menu. There are two options we will look at in this section. The first one is Display Employee Data. Enter the personnel number and click Enter. Employee personnel numbers start with 2, contractors start with 8. If the personnel number is not known, the match code can be used to search for first and last name. The details for the person's position and payroll are displayed at the top of the screen. More detailed information is stored for employees than contractors. This screen is display only, so no changes can be made. If we scroll down, we can display all the available info types. Info types are groups of fields which contain information about the person. Global PA Data tab are common personnel administration info types. Global Time Data tab are common time info types. Global Payroll Data tab are common payroll info types. Australian Data tab, found here, are country-specific info types. For example, tax file numbers and superannuation. Green ticks indicate there is information stored in that info type. Click an info type field and click on the match code for a full list. A list of all the available info types is displayed. To display an info type, highlight the gray box to the side of the name. Alternatively, enter the info type number into the info type field. Ensure that the All Radio button is selected prior to viewing info types. This will ensure all records created for that info type will be displayed. Once you have identified which info type you would like to view, click Overview. A list of all the records for that info type are displayed. To view more detail, highlight the box for the relevant line. Click Choose in the top corner to view. Close the session once you have finished viewing the person's record. Click on Main menu button. Finally, we will go through different human capital forms required to incorporate different changes in the One SAP system. These forms are completed by the HR business partners. HCM forms are used to request a variety of changes, including create, maintain and delimit in the One SAP system. They are raised by the HR business partner or recruitment, based on the requirements of the line managers. The resource request form is used to initiate the resourcing process for an existing position. The HR business partner enters details once a candidate has been identified. The HR administration team process the form, and for employees, create a letter of offer. The termination request is used to provide HR administrator with details of the separation from the business. The details include leaving date and reason for leaving. The contractual conditions change request is used to change an employee's contract conditions, work schedule rule or reward. For a contractor, it is used to update contractor information. For example, purchase order details and weekly working hours. The extended absence request is used to move an employee onto a long-term absence, for example maternity leave. The employee is moved into a holding position to allow their role to be backfilled temporarily. The HR master data form is used to make changes to organizational structure. For example, position and org unit creations or delimits, cost center changes and major restructures. The form is only initiated by the HR administrator. It is located in the Master Data tab, not Human Resources. HRBP initiates master data request form and emails through to IOES. IOES processes the form and submits for creation, change, etc. The HRBP submits changes to the HR admin via a saved HR master data PDF form, spreadsheet or Visio. And finally, the maintain delegation form is used to delegate workflow to an appropriate person during periods of leave. If the period is over 30 days, the HR business partner will perform a temporary position move. Ensures the business continues to operate during periods of absence. Delegations are managed via the My Work Center. There are two types. The first type is active. This is used for planned leave up to 30 days. For example, annual or long service leave. It is only set up by the delegator prior to going on leave. Specific start and finish dates must be entered. Completion of the delegator's KPT mandatory training is necessary prior to KPT system access. The second type of delegation is passive. This is used for unplanned leave. For example, sick or emergency leave. Unlike active delegation, it is only activated when required and then deactivated when the delegator returns to work. All users should have at least one set up. A passive delegation can be activated by delegate, delegator or either one-up manager. For more information on delegations, refer to the My Work Center Learning. HCM forms follow the following approval processing procedure. When a form is submitted, it workflows to line manager either 1-up or 2-up for approval. It is business requirement that the forms are approved within 3 days. Once approved, it is then processed by the IOES team. HRBP and line manager conduct their monthly organization planning session and the line manager signs off on any org chart changes. The HRBP then completes the master data form and downloads it to PDF. HRBP emails the PDF and relevant attachments to the IOES team for processing. Please click on the main menu. Human Capital Management, HCM, forms are requests raised by HR business partners to request changes in OneSAP. More training will be provided by coaches on the job. This training will take you through how to attach documents. To attach a document, you must not use the paperclip icon. Always use the box in the top right-hand corner of the form. This same icon will appear on all HCM forms. Once the second box appears underneath, click on the second box. A new line and an Add Attachment button appears on the left-hand side of the screen. Click the Add Attachment button. Select General Attachments from the drop-down list. You need to now find the file. The file needs to be on your computer or shared drive. Click Browse to locate the file. The Choose File pop-up box appears. Find the file to be attached. Click Open to attach the file to the form. The file path will now appear in the field. Click Upload. Once the file path appears, the last step is to check the box next to the file. Repeat these steps for any additional attachments. In this training you have learned to understand human resources, HR, roles and their support to BHP Billiton operations. Access HR links within the portal and where their support tools are located. Know where to locate a recent performance support materials. Understand and navigate in Nakasa to obtain organization and basic employee data. Understand and manage personnel data, leave and payroll. Navigate to HR Work Center and understand the different categories of forms. Understand the two types of delegations and their differences.